Hi, I'm Anushka, mom to my almost 15-month-old son, and today I will be discussing this book, Machines with Power, Airplanes. We recently went on a flight, just a quick weekend trip interstate with my son. He hadn't been on a plane for about 5 months, so I was kind of concerned about how it would go, just a bit apprehensive, really. When he was younger, it was a lot easier to fly with him. We've done some long, you know, 15-hour, more than that, flights with him to see family overseas, to see his grandparents. And he was a lot younger when we did that. He was 5 months and he basically slept for most of it. And so as he's gotten older, so the last flight, when he was 9 months, was a bit trickier because he was awake for more of it and needed to be engaged more. And so now at 14 and a half months, I was really concerned that, like, he would just need a lot more engagement and want to be super active throughout. But he did really well. So leading up to it, I actually read him this book on aeroplanes. It helps that he's really fascinated by planes now, and when we go out, he'll point at the moon and planes and be very excited to watch the planes. So every time we were seeing the planes leading up to it, I'd say, oh, Mama and Appa and I'd say his name, are going to be up there in the plane. We're going to be see all the windows. We'll be sitting in the window and looking out of the plane. And we'll be up in the sky and we'll look down and we'll see, I'll say all of his little friends' names, and we see H and M and L and his little friends' names, and we'll wave to them from the plane. So this book was really, good for his age, where it just has simple images, realistic photos. At the plane here soaring in the sky, and then we have the engines and this jet plane. So it has jet planes, fighter planes, cargo planes, seaplanes, different types of planes. And we have the cockpit. So I actually told him he'd be sitting in the cockpit, but and then it has the wheels of the plane. So at this point he would say car, because he thinks that anything with wheels is a car, including a bus or truck or bike. And then the seaplane over here. So this was just a really useful book to look at different planes, parts of the plane, and go through this with my son and say, here's the engine, here's the wheel, the wings, here's the cockpit. And I'll say, Mama will be sitting here in this window, Appa will be sitting there, and E will be sitting over here. And we look out of the plane as it goes, and we up in the sky. I'll say, when it goes whoosh, we'll go up in the sky, and we're looking at everyone. We'll see all the sheep, all the cars, all the animals. The trees will be so small as it will be up there in the sky. And then we'll go whoosh, and we'll go down into Houston. And I explained to him that it would be very, very loud, and there'll be a lot of noise, and we'll be going very, very high, and his ears may hurt. So when we go up in the plane, Mama will give you something to eat, or something, your passy, or Mama may give you some mama milk, and that will help your ears not hurt. And he had a lot of fun just at the airport, sitting in the plane, looking out the window. Eventually he did fall asleep, and he's become a lot better at self-soothing, self-settling, I should say. And my husband was able to get him to sleep in his arms on the first flight, and he slept in mine on the way back. So that worked really well, was a great experience. And I do think reading this book really helped him prepare for that flight. So let me know what you think. If you have little ones that you fly with, if you have any tips or tricks, we would like to do a few more international trips with him, in the next few years. So and potentially with another baby at some point. So if you have any advice, I would really appreciate you sharing that as well. Thank you.